Hello, my name is Larry Warshauer. I'm an investor in CityVest real estate crowdfunding website, and that website promotes different companies that are doing real estate investments. And you can give, for example, to CityVest, and I did, $30,000 to be involved in a company called KCAP. This started in December of 2021. So I invested $30,000 through CityVest to invest in this company called KCAP. And they were developing multifamilies in the southern part of the United States. And they were supposed to try to raise $50 million to buy various developments, renovate various apartments, rent out the apartments, manage the apartments, and eventually sell the multifamilies for these units, these developments, for a profit. And hopefully the profit was going to be about 25% a year. That was the hope. That's how it was advertised on CityVest. So I gave the $30,000, and within like 6 months I got a distribution. And the next time I get a distribution too. I got 2 quarterly distributions. And I got that first year $2,762 out of my $30,000, which is fine. I had no problem. But then the distribution stopped. And you were told by the company that the distribution stopped because the interest rates had risen. And they were in a variable rate loan. Now, I didn't know that. KCAP didn't tell me that. And CityVest didn't tell me that. But that's what they were in. They were in a variable rate loan. They could no longer make the mortgage payment. So they asked the investors, do they want to chip in more money so we can now keep the project going, so we can make the mortgage payments. Hopefully if we can make the mortgage payments, we can continue to get rental income, and we'll turn this around. And I didn't want to give any more money because I already thought maybe this was a losing investment, so I didn't give any more money. But now you find out, no more distributions since 2022. But you find out in December of 2025, 3 years later, after hoping that they turned it around, what actually happened was all these developments they have are in what they call receivership. So somebody's been appointed to oversee these multifamily units. The company is no longer in charge of those multifamily units. It's in receivership. And the company, KCAP, has changed its name to Lasater Capital. They're under the words lasatercapital.com. That's LASATERCAPITAL.com. That's how they promote themselves now. And within that website, you will see reference to KCAP Real Estate Fund 3, which is the one that's now all the units are in receivership. So why am I making the video? Well, the way they describe it, it's just in a phase. The phase is, how they describe it is, remains in a capital preservation and resolution phase rather than an active execution phase, meaning they're not executing anything anymore because they're trying to resolve working with the bank so the bank doesn't totally foreclose on them. That's what they're trying to resolve. You're not going to make any money back. You're lucky if you get your money back. But maybe you get a little bit back, but you're certainly not going to get a lot of it back because the bank's going to probably resolve this issue and just take the properties. That's why it's under receivership. Not developing anything anymore, KCAP. And now KCAP changed its name to LasaterCapital.com. So they didn't tell you that they were buying these units with variable rate loans. So I want you to be aware that I lost a lot of money investing in CityVest, and from them I took CityVest advice to invest in KCAP, which is now Lasater Capital, and Lasater Capital / KCAP within 5 years has all the properties that they have in receivership and I haven't received a dividend in, what is it, 4 years, 3 years, right? And I'll probably lose almost all the investment. Now, I've asked KCAP and Lasater, just give me back the $27,000. So you did give me $2,762. So just give me back, what is it going to be? $27,000, something like that. Give it back to me and I'll go away. But they're not interested in that. They're very much into promoting, though, their new fund, which they call Lasater Capital Real Estate Fund 14. And they're going to give you a great rate on that with a great promotion. If you get in early before, there's a better rate. If you get in before April 15th, not so great. If you get in after April 14th, but they consider that's going to be a very profitable venture. They're going to give you 14% preferred returns, 80-20 split on the profits, hoping they get new investors, never mentioning, of course, that they really lost all the money for the initial group of investors, which was in KCAP RE Fund 3. So I just want to make people aware of how much money I've lost dealing with CityVest and dealing with Lasater Capital.com. Thank you very much.